Hey everyone, it's Kong again with another new summoning video, looking forward to hopefully picking up the Ironblood Commander, new Florentia, and the Archon of the Moon, new Virash. Hoping to get at least one copy of each character, maybe more actually, because I do have a lot of summoning resources, but before I do that, this is not just a normal Luck Muscle warm-up this time. The previous gear banner that we just had for the last 2 weeks just ended, which means all that new gear has just gone into the regular loot table. Which means I have a chance to get some of that new stuff from run-of-the-mill things like Dragon Sweeps. So gonna go ahead and try that first. See if I can't get one of those Bone Crusher hammers, since I did not summon for one. Oops. Don't want to do an off-daily sweep. So nothing from the dragons. Oh, I have enough to do an accessory box. So that's the other thing. I did save my weapon and my armor gambles because of that new stuff going into the pool. I already gambled for helms because the new Rigel helm is not fantastic, and I was hoping to get something else. But I didn't get lucky there. Let's see if I get lucky on these pieces. Getting another Tiamat's Blessing would be nice. No. And again, as I mentioned, Bone Crusher would be awesome to get from this just because I don't have it at all. But of course, I wouldn't complain about a Night Bloom either. Oh, Red Moon's pretty good, actually. And Routing Light. Not super common stuff, but not stuff that I need, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to do memory gambles quite yet, if at all, just because I know I'm going to want to save my crystals for accessories next month. Of course, that said, it depends on how summoning goes in this video. If I end up doing a lot of summoning, I may have lots of memory left to gamble on weapons. So, all that is said and done. Equipment was about as exciting and fruitful as it usually is, which means a net cost of ore. But we're ready to go for regular summoning. So actually, Thermometer, you're going to have to remind me. Okay, I have 20 pity saved up from previous summons. Okay, so we have, I think this is around 700 summons for these. And like I mentioned, hoping for at least one copy of each. Probably going to go a little bit further than that, assuming I don't just go to pity every single time. And try for like 2 copies of each, just because these are both characters that I really like the look of and kind of want to use. Probably not in the same box, but I do have a little box cooked up for Virash, for the Archon. And I'm going to be putting Florentia in my normal laddering box. So that was summon number 40, nothing yet. So we're going to go ahead with 50. This is where I would most often expect to get a character or to get an SSR if we trust the posted 2% rate. Actual rate is a little bit lower than 2%. So, you know, maybe starting to look a little bit more likely that I would get a character here on the 60th summon. Although I think the way the summoning is actually skewed is that you're more likely to get something at pity. So we're headed there. We're headed in that direction. This is number 70. Yeah, nothing in 70. Looks like we're going to have lots of memory essence after all, so this is 80. It would be super cool if these new characters didn't just drag me to pity every time. Maybe they just want to open with a pity, just to make sure I'm committed. And then they'll start becoming a bit more generous after that. We shall see. Okay, so this is 90. This is my last chance to pop one of these new characters, or any SSR character, without going to pity. We blew it. Lushyrus blew it. So here's pity. So this is a guaranteed SSR right here. There's no question about that. There's no debate or controversy about whether I'll get an SSR unit here. The only question remaining is which character it's going to be. Is it going to be the Ironblood Commander, Florentia, the Archon of the Moon, Virash, or an off-banner? 20% chance to spike me with an off-banner, which would be just terrible at pity. Just terrible. Alright, it's the Archon. That's good. I wanted him. And I'm still early enough in my summons that if I were to get another copy of him before getting the commander, it wouldn't be the end of the world. I wouldn't feel too terrible. So let's continue on with some more summoning. Obviously, just for coverage, I would rather make sure I get the IBC next. Just to make sure, going forward, that I did secure both characters, just in case things get really hairy with the rest of the summons. So this is going to be number 2. Yeah, if I end up going to pity like 6 more times and it's all Archon, then that is very sketchy feeling. So if this is IBC right here, then I'll feel safe for the rest of my summons. You know, if things get real bad, I can just bail knowing I have both characters. So this was only 20 summons, so pretty good. Gonna help bring that initial pity rate back down. And it's Archon again, okay. Like I said, not terrible. We also got Valkyria in there doing her best Archon cosplay. You'd think if anyone could cosplay well, it would be Valkyria. Alright, so that's my second Archon. He's going to be 4-star. And like I said, we are going to continue onwards. At this point, potentially just looking for 1 copy of IBC. Okay, we are going to get another SSR right away. So we got a character all the way in pity, and then 1 in 20, and then another in 10 here. This is actually going to be quite good for the rates. Good for the rate itself, but let's see... Oh, awesome! Wow, I can't complain about that at all. So we got both characters in 130. Alright, well... we're basically home free now. Everything else on top of this is just gravy. We have a lot of summons left, and I'm going to be summoning a little bit on the Build-A-Banner for gear in a couple of weeks. Also going to want to make sure I have a lot in reserve for the Valkyria Chronicles crossover next month. That's the next major update, so at the end of this patch cycle. And none of those characters are really particularly interesting, but the reason I feel like I want to save a lot is for collection purposes. I've been screwed on previous crossover banners. So I would like to at least get both of those characters, but for now, I do feel secure enough to continue summoning a little bit here. Especially since we're on a little bit of a hot streak, aren't we? Alright, so nothing there. Getting a character in the initial multi twice in a row would be pretty fortunate, so not too surprising that that didn't happen. So this is our second multi. Oh my goodness. We are going to get another SSR. So 100, then 20, then 10, then 20 again. Having great rates on this banner so far. If this is Florentia, then that's 4-star of each character. It is! Wow! Okay, so both characters are 4 stars already, and I've only done, what, 150 summons? This is some fantastic Kong luck. This is like some Transcender level luck. I haven't had luck like this since that Transcender banner. That's great. I think I'm going to keep going. My goal now, if I do keep going, my goal is just 1 more copy of Florentia. Just because I'm pretty sure that guarantees me being able to have her 6-star by the time playoffs start. Archon, I'm not as concerned about getting another copy, just because I'm not planning on using him in playoffs. But IBC, I definitely will. So I'll be sharding them both. I'll be building them up through Gates of Fate, both of those characters, which unfortunately bumps some other characters down the priority list a little bit. But that's what happens. This is number 3. Gotta be careful not to skip that. We want to see our clocks. Alright, so... another SSR. Was that on number 3 or number 4? I was pretty sure I said number 3. Alright, we're hoping for Ironblood Commander. Oh, weird, it's gonna be an off-banner Elucia. That's actually my first off-banner in a long time summoning raid-up banners, so I don't feel too salty about that. I kinda deserved it. My Elucia's actually not 6-star, so it's not the worst off-banner either. Yeah, that's not the worst. I'm gonna keep going. I haven't decided just how deep I'm gonna go with my crystals. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Once I start feeling bad, that's probably the time to stop. Don't feel bad yet. So this is gonna be number 2. Yeah, I'll have to go back and check the old pity thermometer to make sure I got my my numbers right for that Elucia summon. This is going to be number 3. Looking for my 3rd copy of Ironblood Commander. Not this time. So, number 4. 3rd copy of Ironblood Commander, and then I can be done. I'll have her at 4.5 stars. I'll have Archon at 4 stars. I think my Elucia will end up being 4 stars. I haven't built her at all. But slowly getting another unit up to 6 stars eventually over the course of many off-banner summons. Not the worst in the world. That was 5, I believe. I'm starting to get lazy in my counting and just letting the pity thermometer do all the counting for me. Pretty sure this is 6. Alright, so Lushiris is trying to rebalance all that great luck I had on the last few summons. Possibly with another pity. Let's hope it doesn't go quite that far. This is number 7. Yeah, I think it might. I think it might. This is number 8. Okay, so this will be number 9, or possibly my pity, if I miscounted. Anyone who's watching this now will have a better view of what number summon this is, because you've got their thermometer helping you in real time. I've only got it helping in post. Alright, so that was 9. I did count correctly. Otherwise that would have been an SSR. So we're going to our second pity of the session. So another guaranteed SSR. My last guaranteed unit was Archon. Let's see if Lushiris wants to pity me here with an Ironblood Commander. Or an on-banner unit, at least. On-banner? Ironblood? Commander? Yes! Yes! Okay. That session couldn't have gone any better, to be honest. Oh, and there's the Virash follow-up to the SSR. So I got a pity Archon and a pity Commander. And then I got cheap copies of each of them. A 3rd copy of her to get her to 4.5, and an off-banner Elucia, and I still have 40,000 crystals left. I'm gonna start building pity for the Valkyria Chronicles collab. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't feel like I need more of these characters, so I'm not gonna summon hard for them, but I do have enough crystals. I have a lot of crystals. I have enough that I feel comfortable just dropping a little bit of pity on this one and then waiting. So we'll probably go to like 30 summons and then park it there. If I happen to get anyone earlier than that, I'll just consider it good luck. So nothing in the first 10. I'm not super sold on either Alicia or Selvaria. So this is going to be the last one here. This is 3. Parking 3 multis for future pity. If this is not a cheap bonus character... Oh, it is going to be a cheap bonus character. Alright, well, we can hope to get... Maybe this will be a 5-star Florentia for us. Another Archon wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Just as long as it's not leaden. Okay, so it is another Archon, so I've got both of them at 4.5 stars now. We're going to continue building pity. Remember, we're not going hard now, we're just going to park it at 3. There's no reason to go any further than that now. This has been great luck. I really hope everyone watching this goes on to have luck just as good as this in your summons. Possibly without that opening pity too. That can be really discouraging if you start off with pity and you get all the way there and you're like, oh, so many of my resources are gone already. Do I even have to keep going? So this is going to be number 3. This is where we're going to stop. Yeah, if you can pick off the character that you really want in the first couple multis, I've got my fingers crossed for you, my friends. Hopefully I soaked up that initial pity for you so you don't have to. So we are going to get another little teaser character in 3 here. The game is not letting me build up pity. Oh, it's an off-banner Knight of Mystery. Knight of Mystery is actually not 6-star yet either, so that's not terrible. Especially since it was cheap. Shards for a non-6-star character in less than 50 summons? Not the end of the world. Alright, continuing on with Pity Building Fest. The only reason I don't mind doing this for the collab is because the gear banners don't actually interfere with your pity. So if I do park 30 summons and wait for an entire month, but I do decide to summon on that gear banner in a couple weeks, it actually won't ruin the pity that I've saved up. Gear banners are their own separate thing. They don't have pity, they don't interfere with your normal character summoning pity, and they have different rates too, so they're a little bit weird. Okay, so nothing in 20. Once again, final summon right here. This is it. This is where we stop, and all this pity built up is going to go forwards to Valkyria Chronicles. Alright, Luciris finally letting me off the chain here. So overall, quite a fruitful result. We got 4.5-star Ironblood Commander, 4.5-star Archon of the Moon, plus an off-banner Ilusha and an off-banner Knight of Mystery, both of whom are not 6 stars yet. So overall, every summon, pretty good, pretty useful, and the rates were pretty good there too. I'll go ahead and float on the screen right now what my rates were for this session and what my overall rates are now after that session. I often forget to do that, but because I'm doing all this in editing after recording, I'll actually know those amounts. So with the pity thermometer there helping me out with the counting, here's my new overall summoning rate. I feel like I only had 2 pities there and everything else came in less than 5 multis, so I feel like my rate should improve Yeah, I feel pretty good about it. I actually have a relatively good overall rate compared to many of the other players who've been playing for a long time and have been tracking their rates for a long time. As much as Kong luck was a meme for a while there last year, I don't feel like I'm in a place to be able to complain about my rates anymore. They've been pretty good over the last, 4 or 5 months. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this summoning video, everyone. I hope you all have excellent luck, and I hope you all have good luck with your sweeps and your gambles trying to get some of that new equipment that just dropped into the pool as well. So fingers crossed for you all. Leave a comment on this video or on my Should You Summon video letting me know how your summons went. I really want to know. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Happy Langrissing.